they close on everything.
Okay, so to clarify for you folks, Barry Seymour Senior owns the property where the Lions park cars to the north side of the fairgrounds, south side of John Street. All right, Onekama Township's in the process of purchasing that property. That property has to go through probate because Joe Pienta was an owner of it along with Barry Seymour Senior. So once that comes out of the court system, then the Onekama Township will close on that. At that time, the county is going to have conversations with Onekama Township to swap for the property on the north side of John Street for the property that they just will purchase. So the recycling location that we applied for a $1.4 million grant and was not successful in is the location that hopefully will become a recycling center for Onekama. And probably some other functions as well for Onekama, because they wanted to get a maintenance facility built. Or building, I should say, to store stuff.
Okay, so if we get into PA 116, what's this currently now, $16?
18.
$18 a parcel.
Yep.
Then
18.
we would share the facility with Echo?
Well, that's something, you know, we can
That's
open
something
that
that can be negotiated
conversation.
or whatever?
Yeah, we can
Because I am
open that
I am
conversation.
in no way, shape, or form interested in putting another one by the fire station.
So, but if you'd like, we can start opening that conversation between Manistee Township and Onekama Township to, you know, see how we can get this all worked out and work together.
Okay. No guarantees, but we can punch it.
Yep, we can, you know, open the conversation.
The only thing I would add to what Carla commented on that is 60, I don't know what the deadline is to get things on the tax rolls. But there's obviously gonna be a deadline to that.
Right.
September.
Act, is September.
September, yeah. Yeah, you can only put it on a winter tax.
Does Stronach participate with the county?
Not at this time, we're working on that as well.
Just trying
There's,
I'm trying to surround our township with centers, that's all. Thank you.
Well, they do have the landfill.
They do.
thank you for your time.
Thank you. Commissioner, it's nice to see your smiling face. You got anything going on?
Commissioner misses.
No business.
Mrs. Mitchell. I usually leave these things to him, but I feel
Well, if you
really,
can't get them done, you're gonna have to.
I feel really strongly about this because Jeff hasn't experienced it and I have, so that's why I'm here tonight. I first want to say how lucky, and I mean lucky we are to have Maple Ridge Manor here. And Connie happens to be an employee there. And my mom is a resident there, so I'm there every day. There's not a lot of days that I don't check out. So I know where the road is. I know where it is. But when you're coming from the emergency room at night, you can't see the road. Literally, I've passed the road. I'm going, trying to find it. You can't see it. I think it's a hazard. You know, the ambulance is in and out of there like bees out of a hive. I mean, at night, it must be difficult for them to see it as well, let alone people that are coming that maybe family that have not been there often, and, you know, there's no road sign, there's nothing there. So I'm just hoping that you'll take into consideration that I think it's a safety hazard there. There needs to be a light on 31.
Street light, not a stop.
Yeah, not a stoplight, just a light that
Roundabout?
illuminates.
Not around the
Not around. No, but seriously, if you take it at night, you're gonna see what I mean. So I hope you'll consider that.
Well, I ordered engineering for that light today.
Okay.
I spoke with consumers. There's a street light that enters the sheriff's department, which is only 400 feet away. I don't know if they'll put another one that close. I don't know what the parameters are. But talking with the zoning administrator and talking to Mr. Barriger,
Barriger. Who is
there
the
actually
owner.
needs to be lights on a driveway. That would be more helpful than a street light. But
It's like a huge road though, it almost, it is a driveway, I think, but
But it
it's
would-
not,
well,
it's
it
huge.
is a road.
It's a
Oh.
private road.
private
It's
road.
a private road.
But it would not only enhance the aesthetics of the facility, but if that road was lit, going all the way in, it would be advantageous, I would think, for all parties involved. But we have ordered the engineering for the street light on Third One, if they will allow that call for the other one. I don't know if there's a parameter on it or not. We'll find out. I'll keep you posted as to the progress.
Okay.
Because we got a letter from, what's the owner's name?
Howard.
Howard, as well, requesting it. And what's his name, he came to me and talked to me about it too. So,
And I talked to him about it.
Yeah.
He was talking.
so Jennifer, yes, no, that's being researched as to whether it's a possibility.
Okay, I sure hope so, 'cause I seriously feel it's a hazard.
Yeah, we appreciate your concern.
I'm only gonna say it only because I work there and try to stay out of that, being on the board, that's a corner any different than anybody else's corner. But last night I had to go to work at 11:15 last night and spend a couple hours. And it was snowing, it was nasty, and one of the people coming to see a loved one drove off of that
I
road.
believe it.
Yeah.
I do.
Kind of thing. They were able, we didn't have that much snow that they were able to back out of it, but it was.
It was like, how can I not know where this is? I come here every day.
And there's a
Although I
lot of
don't come in the dark,
that
you
come
know.
to the manor to see friends, and
Well, it
that's
is like a dark hole going down that driveway.
Yep.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
And the concern, I think, is because when that person turned in, then half of their car was in 31. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people coming down 31, so I'm standing there trying to make sure nobody's gonna hit them, but I don't know if they hit, you know what I mean? It's like, you back up and,
Yeah.
anyway, I'm just saying, I get what she's saying.
We're working on it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Commissioner, again, once again, do you have anything?
No, my wife took up enough time. All right, I'll give you a quick rundown. Airport Authority, two incumbents reappointed, Cindy Kaminsky and Adam Johns. Library Board, Mr. Mortensen was reappointed, incumbent. Land Bank, Gary Buren, and a new member, Mitch Deach, former city manager. Recreation, Park Commission for the county, Mr. Williams was appointed. Medical examiner, existing and to be continued as well, Ms. Kozlanowski, still the medical examiner. Medical care facility came before us and we gave the blessing to go ahead with the millage program. That was voted on a couple of years ago, so I'm hopeful this spring you will start to see construction and renovation of that facility, and it will take some time, obviously. But 72 beds when it's all said and done. In fact, I received just so you know what census, our census has been running around middle to upper 40s. Today it was 48 in the report I received. Networks Northwest Material Management Plan, Matthew Cook became before us. I received a letter from the state which starts a 180-day clock ticking. And with Carla here, whatever your position on recycling is, the state's gonna deem you. We all have to play ball, no matter what. I don't know the effect that Carla could, well, since she's here, she can expand on that much more eloquently than I can. With PA 69 and the effects of that. My guess is this is an addition to PA 69. We will definitely be doing a regional because of the pot is much sweeter in reimbursement from the state. The one thing I will tell you, when you see numbers that are tell you what the state recycle rate is compared to other states, they do not count bottle returns in that process. So I think my personal belief is that's a skewed number. I'm not saying it can't be better. I'm just saying it's not the full story, because returns, bottle returns are part of recycling. And not recognize that, I think, is a disservice as well. But again, there's a 180-day clock ticking. We will join other counties in the process. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I don't know if any of us know what it's gonna look like, but we're going to have that conversation, and hopefully we will have a plan in place, and I'm sure we'll be leaning on Networks Northwest to help us with that program.
That's gonna be a state mandate?
It is.
Well, we don't have to worry about where the money's coming from.
We'll see how long that lasts as well.
Well, you know, it's time people start sticking up and saying, listen, if you're gonna make us do this, you're gonna pay for it.
They're paying for it for so far. How long that lasts, who knows? I think her name, Charter Spectrum, came before us. Marilyn, let's see, Lou Passmore, yes. She came before us, gave an update. We sent a letter of support for Charter Spectrum to acquire the east side of the county for a grant. And it sounded like they had success in that. And then all of a sudden the feds came in and said CalTel, which is Calva Telephone, is maintaining that. I believe the number, if I'm not mistaken, is 2028 for them to get 100 up, or 100 down and 20 up, which megabytes per second. 2028, if that's going to be the standard, it probably will, but the same aspect, it's a long time to get to that. So at any rate, point of it is as you are well aware, there's several residents in the county, in the township now, have Charter Spectrum that did not have it. It's ongoing.
That's correct. A lot of remote areas have.
Well, it's getting better. It's still not,
Not
it's never going to be 100%. It's not like the electrification of rural America, God knows how many years ago that was, but it's similar but still different. Land Bank annual report, Rachel came before us, things are going along well there. The 19th, the RFP for Kennedy School demo, those bids will be opened. So, looking forward to seeing something happening there. We also allocated $15,000 in ARPA funds for the Park and Rec Commission for some assistance there. I could get into my phone and tell you, airport right now is doing quite well as far as ridership goes. The heyday was, what was that, Barry, was that 11?
Yes.
2011, back, and we always harken back to the 10 months of Frontier. That was just under 20,000. This past year, we were just under 12,000 with Cape Air. This month, I shouldn't say this month, last month, December, we only had 1% cancellation, 14% delay, and the rest were on time. And Cape Air's been doing a good job, as of recent. My heartburn with Cape Air is the size of the plane. But the connectivity that it's got, and that contract is up for renewal this year. We'll see who gets bid on it. We're going to have a special meeting in regard to that and see if we want to keep the program still going to Chicago or just what exactly their authority wants to do. One thing of note from the Economic Development Council that I sit on and chair that's of interest that I can share is West Shore College is going to be having a CDL training course, and that is a good thing. And the other thing that they have is a 4-year nursing program in place, and that's a very good thing as well. And I was at a meeting this afternoon with Representative Vanderwall, and he said, is it Corwell, I think is what it's called down there in Mason County, West Spectrum? They will take every nursing student, so I will follow up with that as well for Munson here and see to make sure that, we need to make sure residents here that are members and want to go to West Shore, they've got a path to employment here as well, which I think goes without saying. You can't find people to do all kinds of things, so it's not like the job market is overflowing with prospects. It's definitely a buyer's market. So, any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Questions?
For
Karen?
for the month of December, there were no new written complaints received. There were 2 zoning permits issued, 7 requests for construction permits, and 2 reinspection fees paid. Since there's not a meeting next month, I'll update you on the elections from the planning commission meeting from January. The planning commission voted to keep their officers the same. So Ed Singh is the chairman, Duke Edmondson is vice chair, and Mike Willett is the secretary still. The Board of Appeals organizational meeting, there was not a quorum. So that meeting will occur when everybody returns from the winter break. It should be in April. I spoke with the owner of the storage units that are to be located at the corner of 31 Kemmer Road. He's expecting to break ground in the spring. So that project is still ongoing. To expand on what Mr. Dotz reported on the medical care facility, I've been in touch with Joe Coleman and Brent Sonsel. I renewed the land use permit application because that had expired, and I am expecting the building permit and the plans next week for that. And then the request for proposals for the demolition portion of the Riley apartment complex project, those did go out. And I believe the Land Bank Authority Board will have those yet this month. 19th. And Culver's update, the project is on schedule.
Just a couple side notes. I believe Michigan Works, is that what used to be the unemployment office?
Yes.
They have set up something at City Hall to interview employees for Culver's.
For Culver's, yes.
And I've been contacted by a couple of contractors as to water availability, where the landfill is, reference the whole school. So, something's gonna happen there. And I can't wait to hear all the positive comments.
Me either.
Anything else?
That's it.
Anything? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Joe, how's everything across the street?
Since I wasn't here last month, I went and gave you that report to you. So in November, we had 4 hours of lift assist, 4 hours of fire PRs, 17 hours of medical, and 4 hours, for training. The officers did like 70 hours. See here, because some of this is the same thing that's on the December one. We did do training with the ladder truck. We practiced actually rescues with it, putting the ladder truck in positions. People that haven't been trained on the ladder truck, we train them on how to set it up and how to use it. And we also did some pump training with the engine. I'll move to the December one because like I said, some one's on this one. Activities for December was 9 hours of lift assist, 19 hours of medical calls, 5 hours of fire calls, and 4 hours of meeting training. Again, chiefs and officers still did about 70 hours, and we have no community events that were going on. Apparatus, I still haven't found a company to change the windshield on a ladder truck. We're still keeping the station cleaned. Now, we did receive, because I did purchase some new traffic cones, we did receive them, and they're on the engine. And we also have received the new battery-powered jaws equipment, which we did put on the engine. So that's all set to go. I'm still waiting to receive the squad kit strut rescue for stabilization of vehicles. We're still actively recruiting. We still have good, very good folks. I know all of us can't thank them enough for their time and their commitment. Training, we played some more with the ladder truck. Now a lot of us are used to it. And we were working on also the engine and ladder truck placement for a fire. And then the fire academy is starting this month. We'll start next week. And all the fire academy is actually being held here at the fire department. And the department actually planning on having a Christmas dinner here on the 27th at 6 p.m. And that's all I have.
Any questions for Joe? Thank you, Joe. And if you will convey our thanks to the personnel over there, appreciate it very much. Rick, anything new in the liquor business?
Nothing new.
All the same? Okay. Thank you, folks. I don't have anything for a township update, other than it is a new year, it is a winter time. And I will reiterate once more to check your smoke alarms, fire extinguishers, heating season.
That's a question. When did that fire occur on Wilson Road? Dushan's place?
Last Saturday.
Is that Saturday?
No, it was last Thursday.
Thursday?
Yep, it was last Thursday.
All those. I was on board with that.
Just curious, I drove through there and saw the problem.
How many departments did you have there, Joe?
There was us, Onekama, East Lake, Stronach, and City. And we are all shorthanded. So with all this combined, actually made enough to fight the fire.
But no one was hurt.
Nope, nobody is hurt.
That's the big part. Okay, item number 2 is to consider resolution 2024-01, changing the board of review dates. This is something that we have to do in order to move our dates with our new assessors. They're very, very busy. They can't meet with all their clients at the same time, so we're going to move our dates so that they can be with us on March 13th and Thursday, March 14th.
I make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2024-01, Board of Review change date.
It's been moved, supported that we change our dates from 11th and 12th to 13th and 14th of March 2024. Any discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Fryno?
Yes.
Ms. Jankowitz?
Yes.
Taylor is yes. Mr. Burns?
Yes. Thank you very much. For the sake of conversation, the office is very, very busy trying to get ready for the new and improved voting laws coming next month. It's taken a substantial amount of manpower, time, material, expense to get this all ready to go. Any comments?
You're doing fine.
That's good. I've heard that. But everything should, hopefully, if the rules stay firm, we should be able to get through this without too much, right?
I It's gonna be a learning experience for everybody there.
Yes.
It's all new equipment, new training.
Very labor intensive. Anything else we need to discuss? Motion to pay the bills.
I motion to pay the bills as provided and all the incoming bills as received.
I second
Been moved supported that we pay the bills as provided and incoming for the month of January 2024. And as well as February.
Well, his motion didn't specify
5
months,
months.
so that we could continue to pay the bills until the next board meeting.
Been moved supported. All in favor?
it.
Aye. Opposed? Being none, carried. MTA doesn't meet till spring. Zoning Board of Appeals will meet Tuesday, February 6th, if there is one. Is there any at this point?
There is not.
Okay. Planning Commission will meet Wednesday, February 7th at 9 a.m. in the morning. Early voting for the presidential primary election will be available Saturday, February 17th, 2024 through Sunday, February 25th, 2024, from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. here at the Township Hall for registered voters of Arcadia, Filer, Onekama, Stronach, and Manistee Townships. Presidential primary election day will be held Tuesday, February 27th, 2024, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Manistee Township Hall for registered voters of Manistee Township only. Now, pay attention to all that because it can get confusing. The next regular meeting of the Manistee Township Board will be Thursday, March 14th, 2024, here at 7 p.m. at the Township Hall. Any other public comment? Motion's in order.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
A second?
Been moved, supported, we adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. Please stay safe and stay warm.